neshoma tehalel ka. Each soul or breath will glorify God for each and every breath that we take. Many of us are unaware of the depth of meaning this saying has. But for those precious children sick with cystic fibrosis, this is a painful and difficult routine. They are thankful for each and every breath and pray that it will not be their last. Cystic fibrosis is a genetic hereditary disease that impacts several vital systems, particularly the respiratory and digestive systems. This impact is manifest by severe recurrent infections in the respiratory system, a constant feeling of suffocation, prolonged coughing, and failure to absorb food, which results in loss of weight and even delayed development. In order for them to be able to function, they must take some 30 pills at a time. And don't forget, we're talking about children. The series of exhausting treatments that they undergo every morning includes a lengthy and tiring physiotherapeutic massage that softens the accumulated phlegm in the lungs. Then, through strong coughing and exhalation, the excess mucus that is accumulated through the night is expelled. The prolonged struggle is difficult. The hopes that they pin on these treatments to forestall the expected damage to the lungs involve much hardship and emotional suffering. The frequent hospitalizations, disrupting normal daily routine, together with the cost of treatments and medications, result in financial difficulties. And the parents, their hearts are torn to shreds, not knowing what tomorrow will bring. It happens more than once. A young couple, recently married, weaving dreams of a glorious future together, looking forward excitedly towards the upcoming joyous occasion. And then suddenly out of the blue, they hear these words from a grim-faced doctor: "Your child has cystic fibrosis," and their whole world falls apart. This is Mazal's story. We were then a young couple, hoping excitedly to embrace a sweet and cute baby, when both messages came together. You've merited to become parents, but your child has cystic fibrosis. Only after 3 months were we able to leave the hospital, but it became our second home due to the lengthy treatments. Our lives were shattered. Sometime later, a new hope glimmered on the horizon, hope mixed with trepidation. And with the Mazal Tov for the birth, we were informed for the second time, your daughter has cystic fibrosis. Not long afterwards, another cystic fibrosis son joined the family. Upon his coming home, our house seemed just like a private hospital. The treatments, the daily struggle, the sleepless nights, all of these were not easy, not at all. And thus, with indescribable devotion, Mazal nurtured and raised 3 CF children. She gave them everything that she could: treatments, love, a mother's warm embrace. Today, she can only sob and shed hot tears on the cold gravestones, while the souls of her children pray for her in heaven. These bereaved parents, having lost their children, decided to establish an association that would offer support and assistance to families struggling with CF. This was of utmost importance, since Israel is the only country with neither participation nor subsidies by the health funds in the treatments and medications which are most vital. Rabbi Reuven Sklar, being familiar with this case, decided to take the challenge upon himself. Chaim LeYeled, the association which he established and continues to run, offers medical counseling, emotional support, and financial assistance in the purchase of treatments and expensive medications, such as the life-saving Toby medicines, as well as supportive equipment, all of which contribute to prolonging the life of cystic fibrosis patients and improving their quality of life, helping the whole family remain united and happy to the greatest extent possible. The scope of activity is wide indeed, including a professional medical layout, enabling home hospitalization, which includes administration of IV infusion and medication, financing dietitians at medical centers, pulmonary physiotherapy instructors and social events for parents, where instruction and ways of coping are given with full cooperation. The crowning jewels of the association's activities are the recuperation camps that take place at health resorts abroad for CF patients and their families under the supervision of doctors and professionals. The medical establishment places great importance on these children spending time in the special air of the health resorts, combined with unique physiotherapy and supervised physical activities. During their free time, the children and their families can find some relief and emotional rest from their severe daily struggle. Organizing the camp involves complicated logistics, since close to 10 tons of food and equipment must be transported. Nothing, not even the smallest detail, is forgotten, so that the children will have everything they need. Children previously seen during treatments at the hospital are now smiling. And at the camp itself, intensive activity, pulmonary physiotherapy treatments, anaerobic exercises, trips and excursions in the pure mountain air. In between, a rich social program, and even a birthday isn't forgotten here. The children's faces shine with happiness. Their gleaming eyes and high spirits testify to their improved feeling, which remains for a long time afterwards. The association's management finds it very hard to shoulder the heavy financial burden of the recuperation camp, where the cost of each child's participation amounts to some $3,000. The dilemma is very difficult. Conflict is great. Whom to accept and whom not? Can we reject applications from children who are struggling for each and every breath? Sometimes the effort to breathe is so difficult that they can't find the strength to express their wish to travel verbally. Only their eyes and bluish faces say it all. Can they be ignored just because of lack of funds? For close to a decade, Chaim Leyeled has been conducting a medical camp for CF and pulmonary disease patients in the Swiss mountains. To date, the camp took place in various locations, including Davos, Andermatt, Cernois, Montana, and in the last 5 years in Parpan. After years of searching and looking for a permanent place, Chaim Leyeled has purchased an existing hotel near the resort town of Schkuhl, Switzerland. A dignified and spacious building, the hotel is being turned into a world sanatorium for pulmonary patients. An expert pulmonary specialist will be staying at the place throughout the year, and the necessary facilities needed to alleviate the patient's discomfort and suffering will be installed. Whoever shares in the purchase and renovation costs of this building will have an inestimably precious part in each and every freer and easier breath of air that the suffering patients will be able to take. Let them come and see for themselves the relief and pleasure of their beneficiaries, and they too will breathe more easily. Rabbi Sklar does not sit on his laurels. He tells us about his future plans and projects. Well, once again, Chaim Leyeled have come up with the perfect solution to bring relief to CF patients. A spacious building next to the beach of the Dead Sea, where the air is saturated with minerals and rich in oxygen. Medical experts highly recommend this location. A few housing units will be constructed, tastefully furnished and equipped with everything that is needed. They will be made available free of charge for CF patients and their families, giving them the chance to take a short break and build up the strength for the ongoing battle of survival. Here we are waiting for the generous-hearted, who by now surely realize and are thankful for every breath, who undoubtedly will be happy to assist those who need this oxygen literally to survive. Just like the candle flame that needs oxygen to hold onto the wick, without which it will go out. So these cystic fibrosis patients are desperately in need of the clear Swiss mountain air, looking forward to another physiotherapy treatment, yearning for a shipment of the expensive Toby medications that will arrive through Chaim Leyeled, the association that takes care of CF patients and assists them to prevent the circumstances which Mazal is now facing. Help them so that their life's candle will continue to shine, Give them some hope to light up their suffering-filled lives. It's in your hands to give Chaim Leyeled, life to the child.